This was a person I wasn't expecting to talk about, but when I heard about this, I said I had to bring it to y'all attention because this raises so many questions for me and some concern. So in case y'all are unaware of who this person is right here, this is Michael Rainey Jr. He is most notably known for playing Tariq St. Patrick on Power and now on the current spinoff, which is Power Book 2 Ghost, which is the show centered around his character and the other characters that are supporting in the cast. And recently, Michael Rainey Jr. was on this stream with this individual. I never heard of this person before, but then again, I don't know a lot of these streamers. A lot of them are Gen Z, so they're way younger than me, so they appeal to a way different audience than I would, care to give my attention to. And on his stream, something odd happened on there between Michael Rainey Jr. and the streamer's sister. So what I'm going to do right now is insert the clip of what happened, and then I'll break down for you what you saw, because it may be hard for you to grasp what was happening at first glance.
Everybody in here has worked a job, has more than $1 million. Y'all have never worked, y'all never did nothing. Y'all literally have 5 minutes of max in here. Then y'all gotta get out, okay?
5 minutes? You know how much 5 minutes is?
Okay?
Yeah.
They've never worked. You gotta think. They've never worked a job, but they can play with us.
Yo, anybody need water? Anybody need water?
Nah, we good, bro.
Yeah, paper towels for them.
Paper towel.
Shut the fuck up.
So y'all saw what just happened right there, and I had to blur out the images like right there at the bottom because those were little kids, so to protect the image of the minors, I wanted to have them out, like not be shown in the video, even though you kind of saw one peek their head out outside of the blurring, but that was pretty much the going, which is why I did that. Which also begs another question, is why were there even kids in the room when what you saw just happened? Now, in case y'all are unaware of what just happened, Michael Rainey Jr., who you see right there in the white tee with the black New York fitted on, he was groped by this woman that you see to his left, and you can see by her face and where her hand went. If you look at the video, you might have to look at it a couple times to see it. She went and grabbed this man in his private area and did it with a smile too. And the face that Michael Rainey Jr. was like, whoa, like, what are you doing? Like, why are you grabbing me down there? And then thought it was funny, thought it was hilarious. And it's crazy because we all know, had the shoe been on the other foot and Michael Rainey Jr. was to do that to this woman, oh, his life and career would be done out here. It would not be a joke. Me Too would have been all over him, and he's a young black man too who's at the height of his career, especially because now he's in the last season of this show that has literally propelled him into the stardom where he's at right now. And I want to see him do other things after this because he's an actually very talented actor and has been acting since he was a kid. He's been acting for a long time now, well over 10 years. And to actually see this happen and just the dismissal of it is absolutely asinine, but also at the same time not so surprising. This is also why a lot of young men don't speak up when stuff like this happens to them until much later. And this one you actually could see right there on this stream. Like, you can't say it was speculation. No, you actually saw it happen in real time. And which goes back to my thing of, she was so bold to do this in front of these kids. And word on the street is, and I don't know if this is confirmed or not yet, that these kids are her children. To my knowledge, someone said, or I read somewhere, that these kids are allegedly her children. So you actually groped this man in front of your children on a live stream with other people in the room, and it was your brother's live stream at that. Her brother's the one hosting the live stream. Now, let me just also say this. Her brother is not as innocent in this at all, because he issued a response and it was so dismissive and very tacky. And I'm going to insert that clip right now and you'll see exactly what I'm talking about.
Chat, word of my mother, I'm trying to literally ignore this shit. But I'm getting texts, the energy shifted, and niggas just got up and left. Like, all that shit really made me, like, all those side of that shit really made me feel away. Because when people come, this is your crib. It's about hospitality. That means everything. Stop telling me to ignore it, because when I was trying to ignore it, y'all dick riders was spamming it. That shit really got me really feeling the way, because, bro, I be around celebrities all day. You feel what I'm saying? Like, even when I first started being my first few celebrities, don't get me wrong, I do unusual shit. No homo. Like, nothing crazy. Like, I'll be like, yo, like, I be trying to record, get a video, a picture, whatever. But due time, you feel what I'm saying? That shit don't really mean nothing to you. We all equal, we all the same. But she never seen somebody that caliber, so she start, you feel what I'm saying? And that's my sister, so, like, I'm not going to say nothing bad about her. I'm going to just check her and tell her, like, you don't got to be on it. We all the same. We all human. If he's here for me, he's here for you. Family Sunday dinner shit every Sunday. You feel what I'm saying? I got people telling me, you got to be aware who you have around when these type of people come. Why should I? We all equal. You feel what I'm saying? It's going to be, we all got a mutual agreement, and it's about respect. Shit got me dumb mad, bro. Like, nothing ever got me more mad than this, bro.
So you all heard what he just said, and let me just say, that was a bunch of bullshit. Like, you literally dismissed what your sister did. Yes, we know that's your sister. At the same time, you had to thoroughly check. What you should have did was you should have shut down the stream. I don't know if you shut down the stream, just started up a new one, or just made everybody leave. But you should have checked her right on the spot about what she did, and she did it on your stream for everybody to see. Michael Rainey Jr., and it didn't even have to be him. It sounds like this guy's a pretty popular streamer. I've never heard of him before, but apparently people are aware of him. But you had a person who is a major actor right there on a hit television show in its last season that's been on for 4 seasons, and he's been acting in the Power universe since 2014. So you're talking about 10 years worth of material under that banner. It's not like nobody knows who he is. Even if they never watched Power, they've seen his face before. They probably heard his name because he's been in other things. And you sat there and you're dismissing what your sister did because she got starstruck. There's boundaries. You can get starstruck all you want, but you have to know there are boundaries. You don't walk up to someone and just start grabbing their private area. Because like I said, if Michael would have did that to his sister, he would have been ready to put hands on him, and he would have had every right to do so as her brother to protect her, especially since there are kids around. And again, there were kids around when she did it. So this just blows my mind, the fact that he sat there and was very dismissive about what his sister did to this grown man and just chalked it up to her being starstruck. There were other things she could have did. She could have just had a casual conversation with him, took a picture with him, maybe just say, hey y'all, I'm here with Michael Rainey Jr., you know, Tariq from Power and whatnot. But no, what did she do? I'm gonna go over and just grab his private area, his genitals, and think that's just okay. And the thing is, she casually did it. She did it so casually. I would not be surprised if she's done that to other men and has gotten away with it. See, this is the problem right here. Everyone wants to talk about the assault that a lot of women face, and yes, we all know women face a lot of assault in that way. But let's not forget that there are men out here that face it as well. And they're not believed, which is the worst part. Here you have it right here, and you can see it clear as day. That's exactly what she did, and this was his response to it. Of course, this was his response to it, but then once it started to get out into bigger media platforms, then that's when he started to change his tune. And that's the thing that he pissed me off even more, is that it should not have taken for bigger outlets like a TMZ to gather this story for you to come back and say, oh, by the way, so and so and so and so, and then switch your tune. No, that's the tone you should have had from day one. What he said right here that you heard before I came back and started speaking, that wasn't it. But I will say, however, that's how he truly felt in that moment. That is what he felt in that moment when he said what he said. What he came back with, that was just the cleanup. You know, he had to clean up what he said. It was like you know how PR gets involved and they have to clean up your mess. That's what he did with that next, with the response that he came with after the fact. That wasn't the true response. What he said about his sister being starstruck and it just is what it is, that's how he felt at that moment. That was the true and real response. The last thing I'm going to add to this is the response that Michael Rainey Jr. gave on his Instagram pertaining to what happened. He said, at this point, Everyone has seen the video circulating online. I am still in shock and don't fully know how to process what happened last night. This is an unfortunate situation that I do not condone in any way. I can't take it lightly because I know I would be in serious trouble if the roles were reversed. What have we been saying? What have I been saying? That's exactly, he knows exactly what it is. He goes on to say the fact is sexual assault is never okay, regardless of gender or status. We're all human and we should respect each other. Most importantly, we should always respect ourselves. I'm glad with this that he acknowledges that SA is never okay regardless of gender or status. Just because this man is on this hit television show, he's wildly popular, he's famous, he's a celebrity, doesn't mean you can just go up there and do whatever it is that you want. And that's why a lot of this is why celebrities have security right now. This is why they have security. And I don't know if y'all have noticed, but there's been an influx of a lot of celebrities going on to these streaming outlets or these streaming platforms and everything like that. Because influencers, again, they got popularity, so if they have to have their ear to the streets. They have a certain base that they have to cater to, so a lot of times a celebrity will pop in and go onto their platforms. But this is also why security is there, because you never know how people are going to act, such as the situation that we're discussing right now. Now, I'm glad that I said that I'm glad he acknowledges. I'm glad that he's not trying to backpedal and say this in the same talking the same vein that the streamer sister was doing. I mean that the sister's brother was doing. I'm glad he didn't talk like that. I'm glad he put it out there and pretty much said it is what the situation was. Because the brother, the streamer, he never once said what it was. He just said, "Oh, my sister was just starstruck, and it is what it is." So you don't even condone that your sister basically groped and sexually assaulted this grown man in your presence. It's not like it didn't happen and you didn't see it. It's not like it didn't happen and everyone else didn't see it. And even if you didn't see it or no one else saw it, it still happened. But you were there and you're basically condoning what happened. So if they're getting on the brother for his dismissiveness of this situation, so be it. If I was Michael Rainey Jr., I would make an example out of this and I would sue the hell out of her and her brother. Her for what she did and her brother for dismissing it as just a is what it is situation. No, it's not. Because again, if the roles were reversed, like Michael said, and like I've said, and everyone else who's probably watching has said, then it would have been a whole nother problem. It would have been a whole nother issue. I'm glad Michael spoke out about it, because a lot of times when men are assaulted like that, they gotta suffer in silence. They don't have a Me Too for men. But they try to make it seem like this can only happen to women. As you can see, this definitely happens to men, and more than people will know, because again, it gets swept under the rug a lot. Here just happened to make matters worse. You have Curtis 50 Cent Jackson make this post on his Instagram page saying, "Wait, sexual assault? From a male perspective, this was an aggressive advance. LOL. He's fine. No charges are being pressed." And then he puts the shoulder shrug emoji. Again, dismissive of what actually happened. And this is your actor. This is someone who works directly with you, and you dismissed what was going on. Now keep in mind, Michael Rainey Jr. already basically declared that this was a sexual assault, only for his boss to come right behind him and say, "Oh, this was an aggressive advance." What the hell is an aggressive advance? We're not about to do this cookie cutter bullshit. The man was violated, point blank, period. And you, as a grown man, a man who was old enough to be his father, to sit there and basically dismiss it is absolutely insane. And then to say no charges will be pressed. Man, listen. And this is a man who has been going in on Diddy these last couple of weeks, whether he's been meaning it or he's been trolling about the stuff Diddy been doing. And you're going to come back and dismiss what happened to your actor. That's not a good look. Now, we know 50 Cent is known to troll on social media all the time. You get a good laugh here and there. But this is not a laughing matter. This is not a time to troll. This is a very serious offense that happened. Even the chick's brother had to come back and retract his statement after he felt the heat, and when it went viral and got into some new major news outlets. So 50 Cent, I don't know what the hell is going on. I don't know if something happened when you went to go to the White House or the Capitol recently and now you feeling above the fray, or because you got that new studio. But this caption right here ain't it.